Good morning. It is Saturday morning today, and I just figured I would try and record a little bit of footage. Eli, my son, and I are looking at doing a little bit of work on his house. We're at the window installation stage and wrapping stage, like Tyvek wrapping stage of the house. So follow along. We're just gonna kind of show you a couple of the steps that we do, but yeah, I forgot to record a couple of the things, so I'll kind of give you a bit of a progress update. So this is the exterior. One of the windows has to be cut up still above the two on the far left side there. There's kind of a transom window that's going to be above the TV / fireplace wall there. So we've got it Tyvek wrapped. We've got our windows prepped for install, and that's kind of going to be what we're going to do today, is install those windows. So we use the DuPont Flex Wrap on the bottoms of our windows. That way that's this stuff here. Never mind my coffee there. But this stuff here, it actually like stretches and bends right in here. Keeps any moisture from getting in here, because the windows, that seems to be where the moisture starts to collect and run down the wall on this front side. So at least in our experience of what we've been finding in some of the renos that we're doing. So this stuff is pretty amazing. It just bends right into place and takes care of it. Oh, look who's there. It's Eli. He's just showing up. He's gonna be helping me here. So but yeah, this is what we use. We use the Flex Wrap, and then we'll install the window on top of that, and then we'll run our vertical tapes onto the on these sides right here. And then you can see we've kind of got this lifted up and loose up there. We kind of cut it on a 45-degree angle. That way we create the proper shingling effect. So when we slide our window in, the nailing fin gets nailed to the raw plywood there, and then the Tyvek goes over top of that, and then we run two vertical tapes on the side, and then across the top to cover those, just to create the proper shingling effect. At least that's the way I've been taught. I think there's a lot of different ways to do it, and a lot of times it depends if it's a renovation or if it's a new build, if it's a brick mold window or whatever. So that's the way we're doing it. I'm sure some of you have seen other ways, but that's fine too. This is the way that we choose to do it, and we think it's the way that's worked best for us. So one other thing I forgot to say is we actually got power to the house now. So we got our meter on the house. We still haven't buried our septic tank, just because we're tying it in here to the house, and we're kind of waiting for some dry conditions for that, some summer conditions, to be honest with you. This house, it's slow moving. It's not this isn't a job. This is just a fun thing that I'm doing with my son and teaching him what I can. And yeah, so I'll take you inside and show you. We got the electrical panel. Gotta be careful on these stairs, super icy. But yeah, you can see we got all of our windows inside already. Just gotta install. It's kind of exciting. But got the electrical panel done here. I went with the 200 amp service. It's a tiny house. I know it sounds like overkill on the house, and I mean, I think it is. I think it is a little more, but I hate running out of power. And the truth is, in this house, we're gonna use a bit more than normal. We're gonna use electric heat in this house, just because I wanted this house to be easy to move. The plan down the road is that my son will find his own piece of land, and we'll move the house onto that piece of land, and then it can be a kind of a starter home for him on his own piece of land. So if anyone else is looking at doing something like that, we're actually considering doing more of these and making it a bit of a sideline thing. So we could build it on your property or or build it on our property and move it to a piece of land when you got the land bought or whatever, that kind of thing. So almost like a tiny home, but it's a bit bigger. Like this house here is 800 square feet. It sounds small, but when you consider a typical one-bedroom apartment, you're probably looking at 600 square feet. So you really have quite a bit of room, to be honest. I'll show you a little bit. This is the so this would be as if I'm walking in the entrance into the mudroom. So off to the side here, this will be kind of our mudroom closet. We'll probably have cubbies and stuff like that, and then some of the mechanical stuff will be in this closet. So hot water tank and any plumbing connections and stuff like that, and the electrical panel. And then on this side, there's gonna be a full bathroom. So the toilet will be, actually, in this corner where the ladders are there, that's gonna be where the stacked laundry is. And then there'll be a wall right where you see this strip here. That'll be a wall separating the bathroom. So be a bathtub right here, going lengthwise this way, a toilet by the window, and a vanity as well. And then when you walk out of this might be confusing, I don't know, but when you walk out of the mudroom, you're gonna walk into the kitchen, and this is the kitchen. So got a little bit of deadfall to clear out in the bush here, but he's got a nice view here. My house is back in the bush there, so yeah, kind of works out kind of cool. But yeah, you'll have a nice view in the kitchen. Big L-shaped kitchen. Will come along a wall that's going to come across right here by the windows. This will be his living room. That door's just sitting there. Obviously, that's for the patio door here. This will be his living room. The view, I told you about the window up high. That's the window. It's just covered with Tyvek right now. Kind of a transom window, and then his TV and stuff will be on that wall, potentially an electric fireplace in there as well. Then you'll walk through a door that's going to be in a wall here. Walk through a door, and he'll have his ensuite on this side, and then his bed and everything. This is the actual bedroom portion here. So still have to frame the interior walls in here. I just figured we were trying to get her closed up for the winter, but we were a little too slow, unfortunately. Just didn't have the time and couldn't coordinate our schedules to work on it. So I'm trying not to work on it without him here. So I think that is about it for now. The deck, this is going to be pretty nice. He'll have a nice little deck here right off the living room. We kind of did this with the idea in mind that he could potentially make this into a second bedroom at some point. So that was kind of the idea behind it, and that's why we put 2 bathrooms in the house. Just thought it might be nice to have a bathroom for the second bedroom as well. So yeah, this here we would just end up having to frame the exterior walls on here, and then we'll treat the floor in this area and everything on the deck and stuff like that. It'll be treated as if it's gonna be finished to a bedroom at one point. So we'll insulate the bottom just like we're gonna insulate the bottom of the house and stuff like that too. So I guess first step that we're gonna do to install is just get the kind of support blocks in the bottom of the window. That's just what the window sits on when it's in the opening. We usually use half inch little blocks, kind of 2" by 3" or 2" by 2". It doesn't really matter as long as the as long as the kind of the main supports of the window sit on it. So on this window, for example, we would put one on the outside rim there, right underneath, and then on this one here at the bottom, and then normally I would put one in the center too, just for added support, because that's where we actually have our main support of our windows. So that just keeps windows from sagging, and I guess it's just the way the way you do it. So there's nothing fancy about this. Just tuck it in the corner. I leave it kind of a 1/2 inch back from the outside. Just allows a little bit of spray foam to get in the front portion there when we insulate it, and then the rest of the spray foam around the whole perimeter, kind of, that keeps us sealed up. So doesn't need a lot of support. It's just purely to hold the block in place, so no need for a lot of nails. So we had a good day here. Check this out. So we got the sides pretty much wrapped. We got all the windows in. It's looking really good. Got the windows around the front. These are all done. We gotta do the taping from the outside yet, but patio door in. Starting to feel like a house. This is his main entrance, the mudroom entrance, coming into the house. Things are kind of leaking here quite a bit. Water, snow is melting. Well, this is the back of the house. Kitchen window, there's a big one. A couple little bathroom windows. Got her done. Inside. Got them all. We still have this one window to put in yet. We just have to prep that window. It's coming along good.